Hello everyone, welcome to Cyber. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you everyone who has subscribed to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscription button. Thank you. And today we are at day 7 at ducky.com. We are working as IT guy and trying to learn small networking skills and to build a network career. So network career is just not a job. It's a highly paid career, promising prospects. Let me show again the globally annual salaries are paid. In here you can see in Singapore it's annually 72k if you are a network engineer. I mean, if you have experience but you need to build some skill. So you can see some of the companies offering from 3,000 all the way to 33,800. Most likely this one is an entry level kind of a role, and we can see here in US as well. Yeah, so US is more advanced country with technologies, so they are expecting to be paid highly, like 150k, which is way far above, this is the highest. And the same thing goes like Philippines, and you can see India as here for India as well. So the network engineer in India paid by I think 76,000, one means it's around 2 million, right? So yeah, it is also highly paid. I don't know how much in dollar, but again, it's very highly paid career. So let's see what we're gonna do today. Before we start going to learn this, what you call network engineering part, I did some changes to our network. So if you can see, I have added distribution switch, access switch. So that's what the change I did, so that to make some look, let's see. Okay, so what happening here is that I have increased the switches distribution and the access switch. So what we're trying to do is, let me explain. Let me open and shut down this. So I'm removing the power. So once let's say this switch is now down. So let's say from here they are coming from the PC. From here they want to communicate to all the way here. Still you can see the color lights are blinking, so that means they are still operational, right? So the same thing goes also here. If I go here and shut down the switch, it also down. So from here again you can see the lights are blinking. So it doesn't matter when you have more than one switch, it will improve your high availability. So same way, what we're going to look into is something called EtherChannel. So if you see here, we have only one switch connecting to a laptop, right? So what happens if let's I think this is better example. Yeah. So let's say we have this part of the traffic, I mean the side of the high availability is gone, so this switch is working only on one single cable, right? So let's say if this switch this cable goes down, there is a high chance of this all disconnecting. So that's why we need to put two cable communication from let's say this switch. Let me see which port is connecting. I forgot. I think it's 23, right? Yeah. So what we do is, so let's say I want to improve my high availability or redundancy, so I give 22 to 23. Yeah. So input two cable, but what will happen here is that we can see that, let's go to CLI. Yeah, I put both switches next to each other. So this is the distribution switch, this is the access switch. So the access switch is connecting to port number these two. Let me see if I can CDP enable. Yeah, so if you do CDP enable, so CDP enable is let me give you an example of that. Explain that. So CDP enable is basically a protocol used by Cisco to identify who is your neighbor in the switching environment. So we know based on CDP input, it's saying that it's connected to this SW3, which is access switch 3, port number this 23 and 24. If you do the same thing, it will show CDP enable. It gives the same information. So it's connected through 22 and 23. So if you do show spanning tree, you see here it's block. You can see it's block, and here you can see, sorry, but this one here not block. So let me explain that in whiteboard. So what we are saying is that we have the distribution switch DS, okay, and we have our access switch So initially it's connected to these two, right? Let me a little bit out. Okay, so it was, now it's connected between two. So one of the port from here, it's down, so it's like a block. So if it means there is not much use of this link. So this is using by what you call as spanning tree protocol. Spanning tree protocol is help to prevent loop, so that's why you can see it's blocked. So which means if anything, like they call it preventing loop. So if it is not blocked, there is a high chance things can go like a loop like this. So to prevent that, they have blocked this. So but the problem is we are losing a lot of resources, right? So what we can do is we can bundle this, meaning instead of it will look, at the moment it's physically 2, but logically, virtually or logically, it can make it like a one cable. So there'll be no block, traffic will be flowing. So that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so for that we need to something called port channel. In port channel we have two kind of configuration. Let's see that. And it's called LACP. LACP is used by industry, everybody. So meaning if you're using one side is Cisco, one side is another brand, it still you can form a loop, sorry, port channel. So that's what it means. Okay, so we know these are the two ports and these are the two ports connecting to each other. So let's create that. So first we need to do is create the port channel, right? So first we go into config T, interface, okay, so range. When you use range command, it will include a lot of interface, so this way we no need to repeat again and again. So I'm using 23-24 and say switch port. Let's see what other commands here we have. Okay, channel group. So we need to create channel dash group. So we need to give a number. Let's say 10. It doesn't need to match. Then mode. In mode we have active, passive, and desirable, auto desirable. So what we're going to use is we're going to use active, because when we use active it will become an LACP unconditionally. So it means this port will form an port channel with an next or the available next switch active. It's change. Now we can go back, show EtherChannel summary. So we can see here port channel 10 is created. It is LACP and its I means you can see standalone, it's not formed yet. So let's try this one on this side. Interface, sorry, range fast Ethernet 0/2223 is that channel group. It can be anything, 10, 100, doesn't matter. I think I can go up to 6, right? So you can just give 1. Mode is active. So what it means is that we can either use passive or active, because since it's LACP, so one side is active, one side is passive. So it will most likely form the port channel. So in network, it's always better to make sure that it's enabled rather than leaving to automatically deciding things. If we leave things to automatic, sometimes it will bring new problems. So I put active. So once I type, immediately you see in this side is goes up, port channel 1, and this side port channel 10 goes up. I'll show is the channel summary. You see here it's PP, that means it's already bundled, I think, in port channel. We will get the same message here also. Show is the channel summary. Yeah, it's okay. So what we saw before, if you remember here, these two are block. So let's do another spanning tree. Show spanning tree. So spanning tree, yep. We don't see any more port 22, right? 22, 23. What we saw here, we don't see anymore, and it's become already listening state. And I think it will be changed to learn already. Sorry, listen, learn. Yeah, still learning. I think it will eventually forward. See, now it's become forward state. And the same thing here. Also show spanning tree. So before we saw 2 ports here, right? Where is that? Yeah, so we saw these 2. They are designated, the role as a designated and forward, but if you see here now, they are designated and forward. So don't worry about these designated route things. We will discuss this one during our spanning tree discussion. So because that one is a very big topic, maybe I think I need to break into few videos to explain that. Otherwise it will go like a 1 hour 2 hour video, which I don't want to waste it like too long a time. I want you to learn things slowly, but surely you have learned something. So that's it for today. And yep, so what we had to do is to improve our network. We need to create port channel also. This one I will do it myself. For the other systems, if you see here, there is lot of technology I need to configure. Example, like we saw here, we have a loss switch here. So what about the gateway? So we need to have a gateway for these systems to go out, right? So how are we gonna make sure the gateway works? So something we will learn about that, how to create a virtual IP between these two devices and point that as a gateway. So in the event the one switch goes down, others where traffic will go. Example, like a scenario where we have two switch, right, which is working as a gateway. So it has a one IP, this and maybe two IP, and we have let's say we have another switch connecting to here this way, and we have one PC is connecting to here, which IP address is 3. So the gateway should be fuse 1, and if this switch goes down, this one cannot go out, this gateway is down. So what we need is something virtual. Let's say this one is SW1, SW2, and SW3 connected like this, and this one can be 1, this can be 2. Maybe we will have 2. We will have one VIP called maybe 4. The PC from here use this 4 as a VIP. Even if this switch goes down like this, the traffic will go to VIP, then it will go out. So it's don't need to do any changes on the PC side. So if you don't have that function, you need to manually change the gateway on the PC side. So those things we will learn in the next video. So today what I wanted to give you just brief understanding of what is to do with the port channel. So we saw already it's bundle. So example we already saw, now it's working as a port channel. So same way I will do some configurations for others to improve. Then we will discuss about our virtual gateway system, as you call it. There's a few protocol called VRRP and HSRP and GLBP. So we will configure VRRP because VRRP is a common protocol you can use in any vendor environment. HSRP is Cisco proprietary, and GLBP also Cisco proprietary. So that's for today, and thank you for your time. Please subscribe and watch. If you have any questions, please put in a comment. I'm happy to help you guys with my knowledge and experience. So please have a good rest and take your time and watch again and again, repeat it. If you have any questions or learning, please let me know. I'm happy to help you. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you.